Everyone, Paul here. Today I'm going to go over a strategy that it seems like it works really well, and I don't really I don't want to take credit for this strategy. I learned about it yesterday when I watched a video. It's from a YouTube channel called The Moving Average. Now he has two indicators that you're going to need. They're free. So you just watch his video and look in his description. I'll show you where to get it, and I'll post the links in my video here. But credit to him for this strategy, because this is pretty much these are pretty much, I think, his indicators and his strategy, and they're from I got it on here and I put it into my trading view, and it looks like it works really well. I haven't really done a trade yet, but I can look at the charts and see some pretty good numbers. So we're going to look at I'm going to show you how to plug it in, and we're going to look at crypto, but mainly we're probably going to look at options trading with this and seeing how well it works. So anyway, if you guys want to get these indicators, or I think it's just one that I'm using. It's just one that I'm using, but if you want to get this indicator, it is free, but you have to go to this guy's video, look in his description, copy the code, and paste that into TradingView Pine editor, I think it is. But once you do, you'll have the script, you have the indicator, and you can follow along with this video. It's for free. You just have to do some little extra steps. But anyway, I'm going to walk you through how this indicator can probably help you. Okay, so anyway, you go to YouTube and you punch in the moving average. Type in the 5-minute scalping strategy, and you'll find his video. In the description, you'll find the little. I don't want to ruin my my video here, but because of the audio. But if you look at his description, you look at this video, I'll put up the link in my description, but you find this video, you'll find the code to his indicators. You can punch it in, and that's how you get it. It's for free, so you just punch it in. When you do get it, it'll look something like this. Now, I just have my support. Let me just move those. I don't want to confuse you guys, but basically, when you post the code into the HTML editor, you will get something like this. It'll give you, and basically what the settings that you need to have is, there'll be options for the 21, the 50, there's 100, and there's the 200. Check off the 100, and you will need the 21, the 50, and the 200. I think I've made videos pretty recently about the 21 and the 50 and how powerful they are. So basically, let me just show you guys without the fill right now. I'll turn that back on in a minute. But what basically, and I think I've made a video about this, is the 200 moving average shows you pretty much the overall direction of where everything's going. So when you have the 21 and the 50, what was that? Is that the 21? Yeah, the 21. When the 21 and 50 are above the 200, that is an indication of it going up. When the 200 is above everything, it's an indication everything's going down. So you have to keep that in mind when you're doing your trades. What I like about the indicator, let's turn back the fill here. Now, it'll also come with a session background. I personally turn it off because to me it's still distracting, but I know I don't have that on, but when you first have the indicator, you'll see it there. I personally just choose not to have the session background because, for me, it's just kind of a little distracting when I'm trying to figure out my charts. But anyway, what you want to do in this strategy is pretty simple. You want to have his indicator on here, and you want to have RSI. He does have an indicator for RSI. I haven't yet got it on here, but it's supposed to be kind of an improved version of the regular RSI. I haven't put it on mine yet, but I probably will in the future to check it out. But I just have my regular relative strength index here for now. And what you basically want to do is you want to follow, and we're going to look at crypto real briefly, and we're going to look at stock market. So what you basically want to do, and it's real simple, zoom in as close as you can. Now, I do everything on the hour because I want to get those long-term gains, whether it be up and down. So let's right now just look at Bitcoin, what it's doing. And you want to pay attention to the 200 moving average and see where it is. If it is above everything, it is a downtrend. If it's below everything, it is a uptrend. So with Bitcoin right now, what we could tell here is we are in a downtrend. So what you want to do with these indicators, and they will print out a little flag here. So basically, when you know you're in a downtrend, you never want to go against the trend. I've said that before. So we can clearly see that this is a downtrend. The lines are crossing. The 200 is above everything. It printed out a green arrow here, so that you only want to do this if you're in a downtrend, to only do it when you see a red arrow here. So if it's bullish, you want to do it on the green arrow. When it's bearish, you want to do it on the red. So let's just look at a couple examples here with Bitcoin. So this is that green. I can't really tell if this area is green or not, so let's just go somewhere else. Okay, so we can see right here that this period is bearish. So it prints out a, now what you want to make sure, and what you want to, when you see this, you want to make sure the RSI is, when you're going bearish, you want to make sure the RSI is moving down. When you're going bullish, you want to make sure the RSI is going up. So that's something you need to check before you enter your trade. So we can look right here that it printed a red arrow right here. So this would have been a good trade right here if you followed this down, because you see that it follows everything. The 200 moving average is above everything. It printed out a red arrow down, pointing down, and you can look at the RSI is going down too. So it's that simple. So you see right here, these moments right here where you see it going up, that would be going against the trend, because you can see clearly that this is a downtrend. You never want to go against the trend. You always want to follow the trend. So let's just look at a couple other times. So we can see that we are in a downtrend right here. 200's above everything. So the time to get in would be right here. And you want to follow your RSI. Make sure your RSI is going down. So that would have been a good trade right there. So let's do this one more time, and then we'll see how well this works for the stock market. I'm going to try and find a moment where it's going up. I want to find an uptrend here. These are all going against the trend, so I wouldn't do that. I would focus on when it's going up. I mean when it's going down. Let me find an uptrend. I want to find an uptrend. A good uptrend here. Okay, I'll take this one, even though it's probably not a big one. There's green right here. We can notice that this is a uptrend. So we would come in right here. We would come in right here, take our trade right here, and exit right here. Now, one thing with the relative strength index is I've noticed these little green and red spots. I guess they updated it, but I suppose that indicates that it's about to shift direction, because it's getting into. If we turned on the purple part of it, let's see, turned on that. Well, yeah, This is a signal that it's probably going to start shifting back down. So it puts out a little green. So that would be a good spot to get out. So you have the indication to get in right here. You have the indication to get out right there. Let's just do this one more time with crypto here. Now, some of these entries will be brief, and some of them you'll catch at a longer trade. But we can see that the 200 moving average is below everything. You see the two lines. So this is a bullish trend. So what you would do, you'd get in right here. And you write it out. Make sure you follow your RSI. And you could get out right here. So that would be a trade right there. A pretty brief one. So anyway, let's look at this strategy for the stock market. It's the same thing, but let's just go over some. Okay. So at this point right here, where is the 200 moving average? It is above everything, so it is a downtrend. So what you want to look for is you want to look for red arrows. You want to look for red arrows, and you want to look at your RSI. So from this moment right here, you come in right here, and this one's pretty, and to me, this works a lot better with the stock market. It's able to catch it a lot easier. It's less volatile. So you can find more of those moments of good gains, in my opinion. And I'll walk through a couple here. So come in here where the red arrow, it indicates a downtrend. And you come out here because it prints the green one right here. So you have a pretty good shot of getting in and out. This is in 24 hours almost. It is a 652 difference in price. So 6.52 times about 50. About $326 in 24 hours. So let's look at a couple other examples. Let's look. Now there's moments where the market is kind of choppy, so you got to pay attention to that. That's probably the only thing that might get you, are those brief, choppy moments with this strategy. Just be on the lookout for that, because this moment right here seems a lot choppy to me. So I personally want to take the trade. You could still make profit, but there's a lot of up down on it. Even though this is a downtrend, it is still a little bit choppy right there. So you got to pay attention to that. So this is a uptrend right here. We see the 200 and the other lines are above everything. So this is a brief one right here. This is probably about 4 hours to catch this. This is a $5 difference in price. So that's still, even though it looks brief, this is still almost a $300 win right there. This would be a good one right here. 200 is down here. We have the two lines, and we have the green arrow indicating right here to get in here. This is a $12 difference in price in a day. So that is about over $500 right there. So let's look at a couple more. We are still in a uptrend. So we see that the 200 is below everything. You come in right here and you ride it out to about here. You can see the indication too, because it starts printing the red arrow here, so it's a good time to get out. This is a 3-day move. It's about 1280 times 50, $640 in almost 4 days. So I'm gonna do this 2 more times. I want to try and find a bearish moment here, since that's covered as bullish moment. Here's a spot right here. Now we see that the 200 is above the other two lines, that's indication of it going down. We see our red arrow here, so that would be a trade to get into. Is this the beginning? Yeah, this is the beginning of the day. But anyway, I wouldn't personally do trades at the beginning of the day. I wait it out. I don't do trades at the beginning of the day, but just for this video here, this is the signal of a downtrend. This is almost a $10 difference in price. That's almost 500 bucks. Let's see if we can find any more. I want to find a downtrend. I want to find a downtrend here. Good downtrend. I'll try this one here. Okay, so this is a brief one. We see the 200 moving average is above everything, and we see the other two lines are below it, so that indicates a downtrend. You come in right about here, and you could write it out because then you got your arrow here for it to go back up. That's a $7 difference in price in 5 hours. 7.17 times about 50. That's about $358 in 5 hours. Let's do this one more time. I want to try and find a downtrend. Okay. Is this the beginning or the end? Yeah. I want to try and find one that's not in the start of a day or the end of a day. Let's try this one. Is this one the start of a day? 21st. Yeah, this one's a good one. Try to find your moment when you're doing options, not to do it at the beginning of the day. I don't do options at least for the first hour because that's a busy time with the the stock market and everybody's coming in and out. I wait a little while before I do, so I wait a while before I find my patterns. But anyway, this is a downtrend. You got the 200 above everything. You got the red arrow pointing down. This would be a good moment to get in. So you will write it out all the way down till this green arrow here. And this is, oh my God, what a way to end this video. In 2 days, let's see, in 2 days, you got a 2184 different 2184 difference in price times about 50. This is about $1,000 in 2 days. So that would have been a real good trade. So anyway, I like the strategy very much. I'm actually going to be doing a couple trades with it. Anyway, I don't take credit for this strategy. This belongs to the moving average. So if you guys want a more in-depth on how to set up the strategy, make sure you check out the Moving Averages channel. I'll put the link of this video that has the indicators, so all you got to do is get it, grab it, copy the code, and put it into your Pine editor of TradingView, and you'll have this indicator. It's pretty powerful in my opinion. I might go over it in the next couple of days to see kind of the results that it gives me, because I want to talk about it more, because I think it's a pretty effective strategy in my opinion. But anyway, if you guys like this video, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys in future videos.